Welcome everyone to Hillcrest Connects, where we want to share with you briefly what it means to meet together as we catch a glimpse of what God is doing in and through our community. Today we have with us Vidette Heller. She is a volunteer with us here at the church. Welcome, Vidette.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
Vidette, can you share with us how the COVID-19 pandemic has affected you personally?
Sure. Actually, at the beginning of 2020, God gave me a word, and He sometimes does give me a word to kind of focus on throughout the year. And this year, my word was blessed. And little did I know back in January when God was talking to me about this, how much that would resonate with me and how I would come to depend on the blessings of God and the faithfulness of God. And that's kind of a preamble to what happened as far as this pandemic is concerned. How it's affected me is through my job. I am blessed to work for our Member of Parliament, Glenn Motz, and through these troubling times, it has been quite an adventure. There's a lot going on within Canada, and so helping people who are stranded overseas get home, that's been a big part of my job in the last couple weeks. And helping people try and navigate all of the information that's coming their way, not just the health concerns, but how to navigate losing their job and what that means and how the government is prepared to assist them. It's been quite an adventure, but I've been so blessed to be in a place where I can offer support by way of explaining resources and figuring out how things work and trying to offer a bit of hope. And it's been, like I said, an adventure, but it's been quite a blessing to me to be able to, in that part of the world, as far as the government is concerned, just offer hope, because people are very frightened and livelihoods have been stripped away with little to no warning. And so it's been quite difficult for many people to figure out how this is going to affect their world, and not just for today, but next month and in the future. So I've been very blessed to be able to offer a bit of that assistance and information and to work with my colleagues in doing that.
Vidette, you're very involved in the church in many different areas. Can you share with us how that's affected you, or what that means to you, not being able to come in and work in the church like you always do?
You know, Sundays are kind of the toughest day of the week for me. Since I was born, I've come to church every weekend, and it's been a part of my life career-wise as well as volunteer-wise. And so I miss it. I miss the people. I miss the congregation. I miss the fellowship together. I miss the hugs. And that has been definitely a gap in my life as far as just the actual physical coming to the building and connecting. I do love the fact that we have technology, and I can sit in my house and sing at the top of my lungs and worship along with the services. And I'm so thankful for what the church is doing to make sure that we still are able to worship together but apart.
So Vidette, your mom is in a care center here in Medicine Hat. Can you share with us how that's affecting you, what that means to you, not being able to visit her, they're in lockdown, how you communicate with her, how difficult that is?
Yeah, that has been a challenge for sure. We talk on the phone regularly. I showed her how to use FaceTime on her phone the other day, and I do drop off her groceries so that she still has food to eat, and try and support her in that way.
So Vidette, everyone who knows you knows you're a real socialite. So can you share with us how this has affected you?
Well, one of the blessings in my life is I love to host people and entertain and have company. And so again, that has come to an end. And so that has, again, been a struggle for me personally. But it's, again, technology has helped me to be able to connect with people over Zoom and FaceTime. We're having our small group over Facebook Messenger. And so even though I can't have people in my home, I've still been able to connect with people, and that has been okay. But I will look forward to the day where I get to have company again and get to entertain and host people in my home, because that does fill me up inside, and so that is a longing for sure for me.
Has it affected how you relate to your neighbors, those in your community, how you interact with them?
For sure. We have there's a group of us on my street, actually, that we kind of keep in touch. And so I know one of the couples, there's some health challenges there, so I've been offering to assist in whatever way I can. And when I go out for walks, it's fun to, wave through the window or talk across the street. And so we have been able to connect in that way as well, personally, but from a distance. So.
Do you have a word that you can share with your church family as encouragement?
Back to that word blessed that God has given me. I have been focusing on that. And every morning in my journal, I write, I am blessed, ... and fill in the blank. And sometimes it's the name of a family member or a friend. Sometimes it's a tangible thing. But every day in 2020, I have been able to say, I am blessed, and I am blessed. There are so many blessings when we look around. There are so many people worse off than us. And the other night when I was going for a walk, God just said to me, I'm giving you this time as a gift for you to slow down. And I thought, wow, that was something I had never thought of before, as this time as a gift. I had one day for sure that I was focusing on everything I've lost, and it's not much compared to many other people, but I just thought this is a gift. And it reminded me of several years ago, I have a very wise friend who said we were going through a very busy time in our lives as far as career-wise, and he said, don't focus on the end. Because if you focus on the end, you'll miss out on the blessings that God has for you today. And that's always resonated with me. And I would say, let's be encouraged and don't live for the moment this is over. Yes, there will be an end, and it will be a rejoicing time for all of us. But don't live so much for the end that we miss out on what God has for us today.
Thanks, Vidette. And thanks for coming in. Thanks for sharing with us. And I know I can speak on behalf of the staff. We miss having you around here. Thank you for joining us. And to stay connected, you can follow us on our social media sites, sign up on Realm, or as always, you can visit us at hillcrestchurch.net.